Today we're making a recipe that is in Carefree Keto. It is beef and broccoli. And it's really easy to make. You just need a few ingredients. So first thing you're gonna do is take some sliced up sirloin steak. I would add avocado oil to it, but we're out, so I'm using olive oil. I don't know if that will make a difference. To the meat. And listen, the recipe that most people follow and that's in the book, you cook this in the pan and then you remove it from the pan and finish the recipe in that same pan. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna throw it in the air fryer so we can get started on the broccoli. It'll be faster. So take your meat, add some salt and pepper. And then normally you would cook it on medium for like, I don't know, 7 or 8 minutes. What's up for the foodie? What's up, Tammy? All right, so we've gotten our salt and pepper and oil. Hey man, best easy keto ideas on Instagram. Hey, thank you, Anton. And this is how thinly I sliced the beef, by the way, if you guys are wondering. It's a sirloin steak. So I sliced it pretty thin. This is a thicker piece, but overall they're pretty even. So take these, put them in the air fryer. I have the Ninja Max Crisp. Shake it up. And then, since it's sliced so thin, we're probably gonna do 400 for like 5 or 6 minutes. I will set the timer so I don't forget. I never set the timer on this thing. I just like look at my food. All right, now we're gonna mix together the sauce really quick. What's up, Dora? Happy Sunday. Happy yay. Anna and Sophia get back tomorrow morning. It's been a struggle. Like, I miss them so much. All right, so I need something to stir the sauce up with. I actually have a spoon over here, but whatever. All right, so take a little bowl. And you're gonna add some soy sauce. The sauce is really easy, it's just a few ingredients. Some minced garlic, and this also has some ginger in it. I'm gonna need another spoon to get it out. There we go. So, garlic and ginger, soy sauce, a little bit of beef broth, which is right here. I tried getting the Kindle version and my Amazon says I can't buy. Weird. Some people have had that experience. If that happens to you, all right, let me finish. So 2 tablespoons of sweetener. I'm just using Truvia. And this is optional, but we're doing some xanthan gum. Yeah, Asian flavors are the best. I love beef and broccoli. I also have a Kung Pao chicken recipe in the book, which I took the picture for like 2 years ago when me and Anna were working on recipes together. So now we're just gonna mix this up. And this is gonna be our sauce once all of the broccoli gets crisped up and the beef is done. So it's hard to mix completely with the way xanthan gum works, but once we pour it in, it will be fine. So there's our sauce. We're done with this salt and pepper. Now you're gonna get a skillet and set it to like medium. I almost knocked the sauce off of the counter. Such a good book. Hey, thank you. Loving the new book. Thank you, Laura. What book is this, please? Emma, it is called Carefree Keto. You can get it on Amazon. And it's not just recipes, it also has a lot of informative content on like how to do keto. All right, so we get our pan, we add some oil. Now we're gonna add the broccoli. Teresa, I did not stop using erythritol and I don't plan to. The study was like poorly conducted. They didn't even look at how much erythritol those people were consuming. And also everyone in that study was extremely sick. They were basically knocking on death's door already. So I don't think that that is something healthy people should be concerned with. Especially if you're using artificial sweeteners in replacement of sugar, which, if you're overcoming obesity, these things should be like non-events unless you personally feel like compelled to look further, which you should. But to me, it's that study was a non-event in my life. Like once the scientists that I listened to shared their opinions on it, I was like, oh yeah, duh. I'll keep eating my artificial sweeteners. I'm not too worried. Too bad the book is not on sale on Amazon France. So I didn't know if it goes on sale like in different countries, but I think it still is on sale for like 17% off or something. I don't put it on sale. So if a lot of people are buying it, which thank God you guys have been buying it, Amazon puts it on sale. All right, we're adding our broccoli, and we're just gonna cook it for like a minute or two. We'll go buy the book, thanks. Hey, thank you. Tammy, I don't know how it would be on a cooking show. Shout out to Chef Michael, he was on MasterChef twice, and we're friends. And I was actually going to hang out with him this weekend while Anna and Sophia were gone, but he was busy, and we're gonna plan something. But we've made content together before. If you guys remember, I did a cabbage or it was ham enchiladas. I forget. I think I made enchiladas, like breakfast enchiladas with eggs, and I wrapped them in ham and did that. And I shot them at Chef Michael's house. It was so much fun. How many books do you have and which book is on sale? I have Carefree Keto and Breaking Up with Carbs. So if you get Breaking Up with Carbs, that is the one with the orange cover. There are currently 2 out right now. You don't need to get the blue cover one. That's like a rough draft of the one with the orange cover. All right, so the heat may be a little high right now. I think it's like way too high actually. Thank you, Tammy. So we're just letting the broccoli cook. And you can also add onions to this. Ketolicious, as long as you tag me, sure. Lots of people repost my videos. I think it's okay. So it's one thing if like, it is annoying when my videos get reposted and they use it to sell their meal plans. Like, this happens all the time. I go on Instagram to basically just like scroll, and I just go on like the Reels algorithm feed where it's just random videos, and it's just constantly videos of me that I didn't post, like people just took my video. And the first line in the caption is something like, sign up for our 28-day plan. And they're selling some plan, but using my video, which that is kind of annoying. But overall, I think it's good if people are sharing my videos. Like, when I first started keto, I was just looking for recipes. So if they're getting my recipes to more people, I think that's great. I just find it kind of weird when they're like using it to sell their meal plans. Natural flavors, do you have a take on it? So, I forgot to check on the meat. And it is done. Oh wait, I had to shake it because there are some pieces that aren't. So if you do go the air fryer route, you want to shake it halfway through. I think we're going to do like 3 more minutes. I need a pair of thongs or something. Because some of these pieces in the bottom are not done. Like I can show you. But some on the outside were done. So shake it halfway through if you go the air fryer route. All right, our broccoli is crisping up. I forget, did I answer the question on natural flavors? If I didn't. My opinion on them is just, these things make up like less than a gram per day of what you're consuming. If you get, I drank a seltzer today that was probably flavored with natural flavors. I do not care because it's such a small amount of natural flavors. What could it possibly be doing to me? So I don't know like where this whole movement came from, where every little ingredient that isn't just grown out of the ground is, or like, basically people are living this lifestyle where, I mean, it's basically paleo. You know, there are so many influencers who are telling you, you can't have this, you can't have this, you can't have this. And it all comes down to just eat real food. And the thing is, this meal is just real food. Sure, it has like a keto sweetener in it, but overall, the bulk of the meal is real food. So I do not understand how someone could like, oh, maybe my sweetener has natural flavors in it. Is that bad? It doesn't matter to me because I'm eating broccoli and beef. I'm using like a few grams of sweetener, which may have like a 1/100th of a gram of natural flavors, which, how could that possibly be doing something bad to me? We are going on diets to overcome obesity, to reverse type 2 diabetes, to reverse prediabetes. That is the issue, is obesity. Just go into a Walmart. I don't think natural flavors are causing the obesity epidemic. Look at the shelves. It's like Peeps. And I mean, I go into the grocery store now. Just because Easter's coming, they have an entire section now just dedicated to Easter candy. So that is making people obese. That is causing issues. You go into the frozen section, it's just like pizzas and, I mean, like kid cuisines and all of this junk. That is causing obesity, not a 0-calorie seltzer with some natural flavors. And for the people who think that it's poison and that you have to avoid it, I respect your opinion. So if you feel great while avoiding it, that's amazing. Avoid it. But I don't think telling the average person who's addicted to McDonald's that they're not allowed to drink diet soda is doing anything useful. If anything, you're making them so overwhelmed that they're gonna fall back into obesity, and it's kind of harmful. So you have to just think about your audience, like who are you talking to? Because most people like me who just love mouth pleasure are not gonna give up some things. All right, so the meat. And now time for the sauce. Do you remember your blackened chicken spaghetti squash? Kind of. And we're gonna stir the sauce up into the mix. And guys, if you can tell, I'm using minimal broccoli. You know why? Because whenever I get beef and broccoli, it's all about the beef anyway. I just like a little bit of broccoli. Same feelings about salads. So when I eat salads, they give you so much lettuce, it's just unenjoyable for me. So one thing that I do is I actually order, like, can I get a salad with half the lettuce and double protein? Hey, Pam, you saved my life. What ranch? What else did you add to it? Wait, what about ranch? If maltodextrin and dextrose are on my pork rinds, should I not eat them? So maltodextrin and dextrose are only bad when they're used in high quantities, like the big bags of stevia in the raw, or like the big bags of Great Value stevia or Splenda. Certain products that use maltodextrin and dextrose to go along with their stevia, that's when you run into issues, because maltodextrin and dextrose raise your blood sugar. There's nothing wrong with stevia, but if you're buying a sweetener, you want to avoid maltodextrin and dextrose because the whole tablespoon of sweetener, let's say I buy stevia in the raw, that's a sweetener that's mostly maltodextrin with a little bit of stevia. I mean, stevia is so sweet, it's such a tiny amount of stevia. So the bulk of that tablespoon is just maltodextrin. That is going to spike your blood sugar. So I have a problem with that. But when you get pork rinds that have maltodextrin, they're using such a tiny amount that unless you ate 100 servings, it's not going to affect your blood sugar. So the easy rule to remember is just like avoid maltodextrin and dextrose in sweets and sweeteners, but don't worry about them in savory foods because they're also in pepperoni. But I've never been kicked out of ketosis from pepperoni, you know. All right, and that's how you make beef and broccoli. Yummy, yummy. Let's put it on a plate. Actually, let's put it in a bowl. Thank you, Karen. Are butternut and acorn squash high in carbs? So they're a little high in carbs, but you can have them if you're able to eat like just a serving or two. The problem is if you eat the whole squash, that you're going to end up eating like 20 net carbs or more. Which, if you're just living a low carb lifestyle, that's fine. But if you're trying to be in ketosis, you want to avoid those higher carb plants. This would also be good served on kali rice. I think this would be easier if I just had a pair of thongs, which I probably do right under me. Oh, uh-oh. I never started the dishwasher last night. Uh-oh. This sauce, it's like the food is so glazed. Just how I like it. Very saucy. Oh my goodness. I haven't seen any maltodextrin or dextrose in any of the monk fruit brands. I like Truvia's monk fruit. Yummy, yummy. Let's take a picture of this. So you're allowed soy sauce on keto? Yeah, soy sauce is fine. A lot of people avoid soy because there are a lot of weird reasons people avoid a lot of things, but if you are scared of soy, just use coconut aminos. I mean, I just think my whole philosophy on health is like, eat less calories and lose weight so you don't become obese, and that will fix your health. And then try to eat mostly real foods. But all of the other little tiny things people spend like years obsessing over, and then studies come out and it's like, oh, this wasn't that bad, or this was bad, or it's like just not being obese is the thing that is going to add years to your life. So that's what I worry about, is what can I do to not be obese and to be metabolically healthy? Oh, guys, I forgot. We have to sprinkle sesame seeds. Monk fruit is just a sweetener like stevia that doesn't raise your blood sugar. Oh, this picture's perfect. Got it in one take. You guys will see it when I upload it. All right, let's take a bite. Karen, you can never forget the sesame seeds. This may be like a little too meaty. There's not much broccoli in here at all. Oh my God. Warrior, I understand your point of view, but if someone is like finally able to stick to keto, and now you're telling them you can't just do keto, you also have to avoid natural flavors or else you're gonna die. You're not doing anything good for their health if they were previously addicted to Oreos and McDonald's. It's like, you don't need to add a layer of like impeding doom to the idea of eating natural flavors or whatever, you know? Like maybe, be like, oh, maybe you'll feel better if you cut them out. But to tell people like, oh, you're going to get cancer if you drink Diet Coke. Well, nobody really knows that for sure. But what we do know for sure is if Diet Coke is helping you do keto and you try to give it up and then you end up becoming obese, you're definitely going to suffer real consequences, not like speculated consequences based on rat studies. Because that's what a lot of these studies were done on. They were done on like mice. So, I don't know. Oh my God, so good. My book is called Carefree Keto. All right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I love you. I believe in you. I will see you guys tomorrow.